Hey Fit Vegans in the Making, I hope you're doing great. Today I'm going to show you exactly what you need to eat for a better immune system. Okay, in those challenging times that we're in at this moment in time, it is very important, it is crucially important that we strengthen our internal defenses. And this is frankly the best protection that you have against the virus at this moment right now. It is staying at home and making sure that you have the best internal defenses that you possibly can. And when it comes to making food help us in that area, there are literally two components that we need to look out for. Number one, we need to make sure that the food doesn't have any damaging components to it. And number two, we need to search out food with a lot of healthy components in them. And those two things really are not the same. And I'm going to share with you just in some seconds how exactly they can be different in our foods. And I'm going to share with you right ahead, I'm going to share with you 7 tips here with you, so to speak, what you can look out for in foods that really make them healthy. I'm just taking my laptop here a little bit more closer to me because I've wrote all the tips down. Yeah, very prepared, very structured. So what you have to understand generally, when it comes to eating, you have to focus on plants. Okay, if you're eating animals, if you're a heavy meat eater right now, you do not have as good of an immune system as people that eat more plants, because plants have 64 times more antioxidants in them than animal products. And antioxidants are really helpful components for your body. So if you do not eat vegan at this moment in time, and if you do not eat predominantly plant-based, then this is the time to do it. I mean, there's never been a better time than right now. Also, what you need to look out for, and this is the second tip when it comes to eating healthy, is you want to search for colors in plants. Now, our vision, our eyes have evolved in a way so we can see exactly which kind of colors, like which kind of fruits are healthy. And the way we see it is we see it in vibrant colors. For example, broccoli is healthier than cauliflower because broccoli has a green distinct color while cauliflower has really no color. It's more like white, okay? Now generally, like, berries are really healthy because they have more colors in them. And we have evolved to really see those antioxidants, those healthy components in the fruits and in the stuff that we eat by the colors that we see. So a very good line, a very good way of operating is just searching for vegetables, for fruits with a lot of colors. The third point that I want to share with you right now is that you want to keep it unprocessed, which means the more processed your food is that you eat, the less likely it will be helpful for your body, because there's simply more damaging stuff to your food. Now, cooking your food, certainly, I mean, it's not a bad thing. We have evolved to cook food, but if you eat, let's say, for example, broccoli chips, they're not as good as broccoli in itself because there are too many processing steps in them. There's a lot of fat usually in those chips and a lot of salt. And this is the next point. Point number 4 is to avoid excess sugar and salt, because if you have too much sugar and salt in your food, this can literally wreak havoc with your internal defenses. Especially excess salt and especially excess sugar are one of those key components why processed food is not as good as natural unprocessed food, because there are not that many salt and sugar in unprocessed food, just natural stuff. So you want to avoid excess salt, excess sugar. And what this also means is that you should aim to cook at home more often, because if you cook at home more often, you naturally don't have like as much excess salt in your food, because a lot of restaurants are forced to put a lot of salt in their food, or like more like some spices that are sugary, because they know that they sell more. So if you cook at home, you're on the safe side when it comes to your health. What you also should be looking out for, and this is tip number 5, is that you should spice your food, because herbs in general and spices, they're very antioxidant dense, which means they have a lot of antioxidants for their amount of weight. So a very easy way of simply eating healthier is to simply put spices on your food. Now, I'm a huge fan of cinnamon. I put cinnamon on my oats. I use garlic, I use ginger, I use turmeric. These are all very good spices that will just put your antioxidant content, put your healthful content of your food through the roof if you apply them 3 to 4 times a day on your meals. The sixth point here is to drink teas or coffee, because what coffee is essentially like beans with hot water in them. And I'm a huge fan of tea. I drink three green teas a day. I do this in the morning, in the lunch, and before 4 p.m. So I have the best benefits of drinking green tea. There's a lot of antioxidants in there. Again, there's a lot of helpful components in them, so it's really something that I recommend. It's better than coffee. Coffee is still good, but it's compared to green tea, it has no chance. So I recommend green tea, but coffee is still quite cool. I mean, I also drink some coffee, mainly in the morning to not destroy my sleep. The seventh tip that I want to share with you today, this is the last tip, is to also go for berries. Now, berries are essentially fruits, but they're different. They're more laden with antioxidants. They have more helpful components than, for example, a banana or an apple. So berries are really healthy. And these are blueberries, these are raspberries, and whatever berries you can find, goji berries. And they're really laden with antioxidants. They're full of it. So if you can just eat more berries in your daily life, if you add some blueberries to your oatmeal, for example, in the morning with some cinnamon, you go through the roof with your healthy components. Now, these were the 7 tips that I want to share with you today to really make sure that you're the most healthy you can be in those pandemic times, so to speak. And really make sure that you avoid food that is damaging to your body and you seek out food that is really healthy with a lot of healthy components to it. Okay guys, hope to see you next time. Thank you for tuning in.